Episode 1: The Road That Swallowed Her Name. They say when the wind carries your name far from your mother's kitchen, you must prepare to eat food not cooked with love. Emma knew this. But love had covered her eyes like the evening fog. She left her village barefoot in the spirit and fully dressed in body, her white slippers dusted with red earth, her box filled with ankara, perfume, and a dream she had held like egg for months. She was 26, a woman in full bloom. Tall like an iroko tree, brown like roasted cashew, with hips that spoke before her lips. Her skin glowed like river sand under sunlight, and her face, round and gentle, was often covered with a softness people mistook for naivety. But make no mistake, Emma was not a fool. She had simply fallen in love. His name was Io, a calm man with a lazy beard and a gaze that came through the phone like a lullaby. He lived abroad, far away in a country where snow fell like feathers, but his promises were loud and sure. "I'm coming to Nigeria soon," he told her, "and I want you to be ready." So she packed her life into a Ghana must-go bag, kissed her mother's forehead, and boarded a cracked bus heading to Lagos, the city where dreams wear makeup and disappointments walk in high heels. But Lagos was not a welcome mat. It was a wild masquerade. Beautiful. Loud. Confusing. From the moment she arrived, the air was full of shouts, sweat, and the smell of roasted corn mixed with fuel. But she had an ally. Chris, her friend, her protector, her silent brother from years back. He was lean, tall, and always chewing gum like a Lagos boy who had seen it all. His own house was small, but he gave her a corner to sleep and a shoulder to lean on. They began the house hunt on a Tuesday morning. And what a hunt it was! Lagos agents are like hawks, always circling, always hungry. One showed them a leaking room in Mushin and called it standard self-contain. Another took them to a swampy compound in Ajangbadi and promised, "Madam, after 2 weeks' rain no day enter here again." They saw one house where the toilet and kitchen were twins, side by side like beans and rice, sharing secrets. Emma lost count of how many buses they boarded. How many gatemen shook their heads. How many lies the agents told with confidence, like market women selling fake honey. By the 7th day, Emma's feet were sore, and her spirit had started to complain. "Maybe I just go back village," she muttered once, tears threatening to betray her. But Chris only laughed. "No, give up. Na so Lagos be. No day give joy until you bleed." It was on that final evening, when the sun was tired and the clouds were yawning, that they found it. A calm compound tucked inside the spacious, well-fenced Lagos country home estate. The buildings stood proud in fresh white paint, pop ceilings inside, and tiled floors that whispered rest. A long corridor led to the upstairs flat. When Emma stepped inside, the air greeted her gently. There was light, both electricity and a feeling. The parlor stretched wide like a hug. The windows opened to peace. "This is the one," she whispered, nodding slowly, the way a woman agrees to marriage. Chris grinned. Finally. They returned to the agent's office, and Emma counted the money with careful hands. Her heart danced as she handed it forward. But just as she stretched the bundle of cash, the agent pulled back. "No day collect cash. Oh, landlord say everything must enter bank." Her joy paused like a generator low on fuel. "But, today na Friday," she said. "Yes. You go do transfer by Monday." The money burned quietly in her bag all weekend. By Monday morning, Emma wrapped herself in a clean Ankara gown. She wore small earrings, dusted her face with powder, and tied her braids back. Chris joined her. They squeezed into a yellow Danfo at Ojalegba. The bus creaked like an old man's knee, but it carried their dreams steadily. At the bank, Emma queued behind noisy customers, heart pounding like masquerade drums. She made the payment, held the receipt like certificate, and whispered, "God no go shame me." Back at the agent's office, she expected the keys. But Lagos, Lagos, it always has one last shadow behind the sun. The secretary, with loud chewing gum and a lazy eye, pointed at the door. "Go collect the key from UR. She day compound already." Emma paused. "Who be UR? She be one tenant for there. You go meet 'em." So Emma and Chris returned to the estate, excited but cautious. The gate swung open like a reluctant mouth. As they entered, their joy melted like butter near fire. Standing upstairs was UR, short, sharp, and unbothered. She was about 28, with skin lightened to the color of old paper, uneven and patchy at her elbows. Her scarf was tied high like a woman ready to fight, and her eyes scanned Emma like X-ray. That house upstairs, Emma began, "Na that one I pay for." You are crossed her arms. I done move enter already. I been day downstairs before. The place now be mine. Emma's jaw tightened. How? Why? The agent's voice crackled through the phone. If price Na same, tenant fit change flat. Na the law for that compound. No be fight. Accept 'em like that. Chris sighed. No get as we go do. Just collect the downstairs. Emma looked at the downstairs flat. It was older. Dimmer. The walls carried small cracks like stretch marks from age. But a wise woman once said, sometimes, the goat that walks backward is only preparing to strike with its horns. So Emma took a deep breath. I accept. In God's name. And so began her Lagos life, not in victory, but in quiet surrender. But sometimes, it is in the surrender that fate begins to whisper. To be continued.